so much money up on this grind, but that's okay, I guarantee that we gon' shine. Dismiss me with all of that bullshit that y'all be on. Trying to find a way to put my whole team on my way. Say don't bring that drama my way.
Yo, what's good, my people? You already know what time it is. It is our favorite time of the week. It is Walt Wednesday, and we are back live at the link for our summer sessions. First, let me shout out our sponsors, Syracuse in Focus, SIF on all social media. So make sure you holler at them, shout them out, tag them in all your posts. They do great work. So let's hop into this week. Last week, we talked about self-awareness and really figuring out what you want to do in your life and making sure it's your purpose and your purpose alone. Now, after that, you have to not be afraid to fail. That's the next step. So the first step is figuring out what you want to do, and then the next step is literally going out to do it. So you can't be afraid to fail. And the reason I say that because I had those problems myself. A year ago, I started my Walt Wednesdays, and I didn't want to post them at all. I was worried about how they looked, how they sound. Is this good enough? Is that good enough? I was overthinking the whole process. And if I would have stuck to that thinking, I would have missed one of my biggest blessings in life, and that was my Walt Wednesdays and being able to reach everybody, being able to speak, and being able to do my thing. So you can't be afraid to fail. You have to be willing to put yourself out there and go and try it. And going through this journey of life and entrepreneurship, I see that there's two major factors of what hesitates people or what makes people afraid. And the first one is social oppression, which is big for all of us because we are creatures of habit. We are people of community. We have to work together to go further. But you have to watch who you're around and what they're saying to you. Because a lot of times in social circles, people can cast their fears on you without even knowing. And just because they have limitations, they'll try to put those limitations on you. So you can't let that happen. You have to watch who you talk to and what they say. So social oppression is a big thing. And also too with social oppression, social media. Watch what you're viewing, control your content, because a lot of stuff on social media is not real. And if it is real, that's not for you, because there's more than one way to success. There's no one way or right way to success. So don't fall in love with all the social oppression, fall in love to what people hear or what people say to you, and you start to believe it and hear it. So don't fall for the traps of social oppression. And the second one is self-oppression. You have to be mindful of your own inner dialect, because there is life and death in the power of your own thoughts. And that is the toughest battle for some people, because it's just us here. There's nobody else. It's just you by yourself, looking in the mirror, looking at that camera, or looking whatever it is, and your thoughts can get to running. I know. I'm in Gemini. I got like 3 different people working in up here, so I know how hard it can be. So with the self-oppression is you can't let your own inner dialect be your worst enemy. One of my favorite quotes is, if there's no enemy within, the enemy without can do no harm. So the game is self-mastery. You have to control yourself, control your thoughts, control your inner dialogue. All right? So social oppression and self-oppression. Be mindful of what you say to yourself and what other people say to you, because everything you want is on the other side of fear. Everything, the life that you envision for yourself, all the things you want to do, all the money you want to make is on that other side of fear. And you can't be afraid to fail. You have to be willing to go out and try it, put your best foot forward, and start where you stand. Figure it out as you go along, all right? So I'm just here, Walt Wednesday, telling you, don't be afraid. Don't have fear to fail. Whatever it is, start that business, buy that ticket, date that person, take that job. Whatever it is that you feel that is holding you back, don't allow it to hold you back anymore. It's a new start, and let's go forward. So that was another Walt Wednesday. Don't be afraid to fail, baby. Salute.
So much money up on this grind, but that's okay, I guarantee that we gon' shine. Dismiss me with all of that bullshit that y'all be on. Trying to find a way to put my whole